These are the weeks that you wait for. These are the weeks that you go on through it, because man, is it perfect. The Browns. How they did that, I have no idea. Thank you, Jordan Love. Man, that defense. Oh, boy. Guards! Wow! Wow! First place, baby. That's how you roll with the Guardians. I'll eat my words, Ryan Tyler, because I swore there was no way the Guardians were going to make up enough ground. Well, I honestly didn't see the Tigers losing 8 straight to open the door. The Guardians just kicked the door down and are in first place in the AL Central. This is the week to live, man. This is the week to be a Cleveland sports fan. Cavs are starting up soon, and we're so happy to have you alongside to talk about all of it right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. Hey, is Ryan Tyler. So happy to have you along this week. This is why we live, man. This is why we're fans. We go through dark times to get to these ones. It's been a fun week. It's been an electric week. And we're going to talk about all of it right here on the show. As always, presented by our great friends at FanDuel. I had to save every little one on the Guardians. And we just missed. We almost backdoored it on Wednesday night. I'm having so much fun on FanDuel, man. And always, like, I want to make this clear too. Gamble responsibly. You know, I'm doing $5-10 here and there. The profit boosts are fun. Dinger Tuesday. We'll get our bets coming up with FanDuel, but I'm having so much fun on the FanDuel app, and there's so many different plays in there. You know what? The one I'm really liking for the guards, Ryan, is when you pick a player, and you could do down to 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, hits, runs, RBIs. All of that counts, right? So, like, if I take Jose Ramirez for 2+ hits, runs, RBIs, and he has a RBI single, done. Home run, done. You know, all of that. It is so much fun on FanDuel. We'll tell you more about FanDuel coming up. And as always, great friends, Fairway Ford, Pure AV, Physicians Ambulance, and some garage beer, which tastes just so crisp and clean here in the fall. What a time, man. We are living right now with the guards. And, you know, the incredible run that is here, and I sent this tweet out because, you know, I enjoy listening to Hammy when I'm at the gym, and he had this great stat the other night, and it still rings true because Tanner Bybee did this. 18, and now I think it's got to be 20, right? 20 straight starts of your starting pitcher giving up 2 runs or less. Let me say that again. 20 straight starts that your starter gave up 2 runs or less. That's a franchise record, by the way, for the Guardians. And somebody sent a great tweet. They go, how is that not a Major League Baseball record? That is absolutely insane. And this is not, do you remember that rotation when it was Kluber and Carrasco and Clevenger and Bauer, and it just seemed like Danny Salazar, they set a record for the most strikeouts by a starting rotation to the All-Star break. You know, this isn't CC Sabathia. This isn't Cliff Lee. This isn't even Shane Bieber. It's Tanner Bybee, Big Rig, Gavin Williams, who's just absolutely filthy, Slade Ciccone, Logan Allen, Joey Cantillo, who was a bullpen, got sent back down and came on up, and some rookie guy named Parker Messick. Like, that is absolutely incredible what this pitching staff has done. And then you just got some momentum going with the lineup. And to talk about, let me get to a point about the pitching staff real quick. They need to figure out AI and give it to Carl Willis and go, everything that you have up here, we need to put into an AI bot so you can be with this team forever. Carl Willis is an absolute magician. But I got another great tweet from somebody, and they brought up Corey Kluber, who is here as a special assistant. And I also think if he's going to be around Carl Willis, like, could you imagine how big that would be to have somebody like Corey Kluber, who's a Cy Young winner, one of the best pitchers in franchise history, Ryan, to learn a little from Carl Willis and then hopefully just keep this rolling with these pitchers for years to come. These young guys just showing up like that stat, that run that this starting pitching has been on is absolutely incredible, and I don't want it lost about the job Carl Willis has done. I think it's huge. And here, I want to get the tweet. This was from Brownie's Burner. Like Brownie the Elf, I guess, has a burner. We can't put it in the name because then everybody knows it's the burner. They sent me that tweet, Braden, on Twitter. And I was like, man, that's such a good point. To the hitting side, which is another thing that people have really mentioned, which I think is right, you went with the young guys. I'm not trying to pile on Carlos Santana, but, you know, Manzardo but it's like freaking George Valera. Whoever thought that we'd be in the final week of the season with George Valera hitting home runs to try to help you win an AL Central title? You're getting time. They keep changing the lineup, too. You know, Schneemann is there. You put Angel Martinez up there at 2. You keep finding ways to piece it together. And it seems like every night you're having, I'm going to say rando, but you know what I mean. You're having somebody outside the norm have a massive hit. It's Rocchio. It's Arias. It's Bo Naylor, who was on that just incredible hot streak for a while. You're having the other guys step up, and I think it's taking pressure off of Quan and Jose. But the biggest thing now is what, Ryan? They got the momentum. They got the Tigers on the run, man. The Tigers are mentally broken. They're done. And I want to talk about the David Fry thing here in a minute, but they're done. There's no way A.J. Hinch is going to be able to get that team turned around. They are so in their head. Yeah, they'll make the wild card, and you want to know where they're probably going to come, Ryan? Back right over here to Progressive Field, and we'll see them in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance, too, the Tigers just completely missed the playoffs.
They could, yeah.
Because you still have a series against the Red Sox. You know, I woke up today, and the Guardians now have a better playoff percentage, of course, than the Detroit Tigers, which is insane to think about. August, I saw a tweet, you had a 0.0% chance, which clearly wasn't true. You'd have to be eliminated for a 0.0 chance. But even as soon as September 10th, the 0.1% chance to make the postseason. Now I believe it's up to somewhere around like 96% for Cleveland to make the postseason. So
we're minus like 200 to win the division.
But if you were to pick a team that you thought was going to, and no team, the biggest was 15 games back, you're 15 and a half games back. Of course it's the Cleveland Guardians. You know what I mean? Like, of course it is.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, you have been given a gift because the Tigers have just completely fallen off. The wheels have fallen off. Like, if they had just gone 2-6 instead of losing 8 straight, we'd be probably singing a different tune. I'm not making excuses. I'm not, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, man. Like, we're here. And they've taken advantage of it. But I think it's also part of the pressure that the Guardians have put on them. You feel like an inevitable force. Do you not feel like the Guardians have just some magic Jobu type of mo going for them right now? And here they are. The David Fry thing is so scary. I saw the still shot. I wish I didn't. I hope he's all right. And I just wanted to say this, that I felt bad about, obviously you feel bad about how that goes. I felt bad for Tariq Skubal, man, because he was clearly rocked in that. And I just want to shout him out because Stephen Vogt took him to the hospital to see David Fry.
He wants to be a Guardian so bad.
I'd take Tariq Skubal in 2 seconds, man. Come on over. But, like, I think that is, I thought that was really great. You know, in competition, and, you know, I don't like the Tigers, and you know, I don't like the White Sox, I don't like the Royals, I don't like anybody in our division. But, like, I really thought that was something, you know, special, I guess, to, you know, just go say, no, you didn't mean to do it. Obviously, you never mean to do something like that. It was just an unfortunate situation. So all our best to David Fry. You know, he's going to come back, like, not a play, but I'm saying they're going to, like, let him come out of the dugout. Like, could you imagine a playoff game and emotions are high? And it would kind of, I guess, be a dirty thing if you did play the Tigers. But, like, what the lift would be just to see David Fry. You know, and I'm sure his face, it sounds like, you know, broken orbital, broken nose. I mean, it's bad. And I hope nothing but the best for David. And we'll see him back. He's going to be an important part of this team next year. Mark my words. He is a really important part of this team next year. But I just really want to shout out to Tariq Skubal. I thought that was really high class of him to say I want to go see him and just say my well wishes and all that kind of stuff. So, guards, keep it rolling. Follow the show at Matt Fontana Show for my parlays. We're hot, Ryan. We're hot over there. Get your profit boots on FanDuel, and we'll get after it there. And then we got a beautiful week for the Browns. How did they win that game?
Defense.
Dude, and Andre Schmidt. Defense and Andre Schmidt, man. You know, it's hard because I think a lot of the discussion this week, you know, we do our show on Thursdays, we do it later, and usually we're looking ahead. We're going to get ready to go for the Lions game this weekend. But there's been a lot of discussion about Browns fans aren't even enjoying that win because it just comes back to the inevitability of the quarterback competition. And, oh, wait, did Flacco buy more time? And have you pushed off Dylan Gabriel? Because Flacco didn't play all that. He showed up when you needed him to. He showed up on 2 drives when you really needed him to. But it's like, do you feel like you were able to enjoy? And I think it's hard because we're Guardians fans. Like, our focus is really kind of over there at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario, right? But this week is weird. I do feel like I should be higher on the Browns beating the Packers. And I think a lot of it has to do with the Guardians, but it seems futile, doesn't it?
It would be, and there would be a different attitude and vibe, certainly, if the score was 45-43, you won the game.
Sure.
People would be excited about the offense because that's fun to watch. But you do realize, like, that defense is absolutely elite. I mean, you don't like to throw around the word historic, but through 3 weeks, it has the chance to be historic. And you can talk about Mason Graham, and that's the one thing that if you're not really excited about the win because of the future of the team, well, look at it this way. How many rookies contributed to that win? That's something to be excited about.
4. You had Mason Graham, who I sent the tweet out, and I get that D-line can be hard for the average fan. People are like, oh, I don't see any. Mason Graham's really good. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He's really good. He's making a lot of plays. Might not show up in the stat sheet, but he's really freaking good. Carson Schlesinger, who just buried Jordan Love on that sack, which was great.
Yeah. What is Jordan Love doing?
Do you want my honest opinion on that? Packers started smelling themselves. 2 games into the season, and everybody was talking about the Green Bay Packers, and they started smelling themselves a little bit. Obviously, the Lions, they beat them. They were feeling really good about the division. McCarthy goes down. This division is ours to lose. They started smelling themselves a little bit, and the Browns came up on them. Then Harold Fannin, who's continuing to make plays for them. And Ryan, do you know who the leading rookie rusher in the NFL is right now? Quinshon Judkins, who missed the first game. We discussed a lot of him and Travion Henderson, who's not getting, I think, his fair shot up there in New England, but that's their problem. Judkins looks good, man. I give credit to Andrew Berry. And there was a lot of discussion on my Twitter side of things about Andrew Berry because that was hands down his best draft. People go, it's such a low bar. And I go, no. Any GM would take the draft that Andrew Berry put together. You got, at minimum, 4 impactful day one guys. We are 3 weeks into the season, and you can say unequivocally that there's 4 guys that you see being long-term starters here. Any GM in any draft ever would take that. What's the one problem with it, though, Ryan?
One of them's not a quarterback.
They don't play quarterback. None of those guys are quarterbacks. But you found 4 impactful guys with this draft, which has been phenomenal. So now you turn your attention to this weekend with the Lions, and we'll do the report card coming up here in a second. But, Detroit, I hate it. Well, I don't, because I love watching the Ravens lose. I think the Lions have refound themselves. It took some time with some new coordinators. I think it took some time, some buy-in. But watching that Ravens game, you're like, dude, they have so much talent. They are so good. And you're going to ask the Browns to do it again. You're going to ask them to somehow pull a rabbit out of the hat. You're on the road. You're up at Ford Field, which is a beautiful NFL stadium. I love it. And you're going to ask them to do this again back-to-back weeks. That's a tough tale. But you got that defense. It's like the pitching staff for the Guardians. If your pitching staff is going to go out there and do that, if the Browns defense is going to do what they've been doing, you at least are going to have a shot. You're at least going to have a shot in this game. But in a way, does the defense playing this way, does that not put even more pressure on Joe Flacco? Because you're going to look at Flacco and go, I don't need you to be some world beater. I just need you to be average. And you're not even getting me there. That's the scary thing that's going to start entering the mind of the Browns. And as we get a couple more games into this, if the defense keeps doing what they're doing, you're going to start putting even more pressure on Flacco or even the organization to go to Dylan Gabriel, because you say, if we just got average play, we'd be winning these games, and we're not. I'm going to leave hope, and I'm fine with Flacco starting this weekend. I'm going to leave hope that something opens up for him. And that's crazy to say because he played for 20 years and, he's the veteran and all that. I'm hoping he can get a little reset here and just say, I don't have, how much pressure would that be off of him to go, dude, you don't need to go win these games. You do not need to go out there and single-handedly win these games. Look what the defense is doing. Play some good football. We actually got a good running game going right now. Just play your spot. Just play your role, and we'll be all right. Hopefully some pressure off. We'll see what the Browns got. All right, it's going to be an uphill battle because the Lions are very good. We'll get to the report card. We got it all for you right here on Big Play and The Rock. They got it all for you at Fairway Ford, including the Fairway Black Label line. You can get complete customization on any vehicle on their lot. Number one Expedition dealer. You see it up there. The great rates. Over 150 Explorers, Expeditions, and Broncos. You know me, I'm an Explorer guy. I was thinking about this too, Ron, talking about Fairway Ford. I've driven a Ford almost my entire life. My first car ever was a Ford Explorer. I am now driving an updated, thank you very much, Ford Explorer. My brother Chris has an F-150. My brother Mark has an F-150. My brother Brian has a F-250 King Ranch. And then my youngest brother Michael, guess what he has? An F-150. There you go. There you go. We are a Ford family. Ford is a great product. Fairway Ford is the best because this Fairway Black Label line, any vehicle you got, custom upgrades, premium wheel and tire package if you want it, a variety of level or lift kits, performance enhancement, fully customized interior options. And I think that's so much. You want the captain's seats. What color seats are you looking for? Do you want the moonroof, heated seats, cooling seats? I've never had a car with those. I want it one day. I'll have to go to Fairway Ford and get my new Explorer there. They got it for every single vehicle. And every Fairway Black Label line truck comes with a Rhino spray-in bed liner. They got it all for it. What are you looking for? The off-road stance, the bold street presence, one-of-a-kind build, or you're hauling a bunch of stuff and you need that lift and level kit. You need that power. They got it for you. And as many of the upgrades, they can be financed for as low as 0% APR. Depending on the vehicle line. Go check them out today. They got it. It's endless at Fairway Ford. FairwayFordOhio.com. That is FairwayFordOhio.com. Or scan that QR code right over there. Almost. I got close. Scan it there with our friends at Fairway Ford. Report card comes your way next. It's Fontana Show and Big Play in the Rock, presented by FanDuel. We'll get to the report card next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows. Energy-efficient products at an affordable price. Visit smartchoicewindows.com today.
All right, we get going. Browns Lions this weekend. The GLC. Do you know what the GLC is, right?
The Great Lakes Classic?
That is correct. Have you ever seen the barge?
I have not, but I've heard Reflog talk about it.
It is massive. It's almost like one person cannot pick it up. But there's a barge. We used to play for it in the preseason of what they call the Great Lakes Classic. But as the Browns, it is the Lions this week. We're getting ready to go right here on the Fontana Show. Welcome back, presented by our great friends at FanDuel. We'll get to the report card. Pure AV. Have you ever had it where, like, every Sunday you just went to somebody's house to watch the game?
For sure.
Like when I was younger, it was just everybody descended on my parents' house. Even when everybody had moved out, it was always pizza and pop and wings, and just everybody descended on my parents' house to watch the game. My neighbors, they combine their backyards on Sunday and they do a giant tailgate for the neighborhood. What is your setup? Do you want something better? Pure AV can handle that for you. And I know we're a little way off, and I'm not rushing anything here, but holidays will be here before you know it. And when you're sitting down, have that nice turkey, before you know it, Christmas, all that. Has everybody got a seat to watch the game? Do you have the setup that you're looking for? Pure AV can do it for you. And it can be a simple, small things. You're talking about just one room. You want to upgrade. You know, my wife and I have the conversation, should we mount our TV in our living room to give us more space? And I'm like, ooh, I'm thinking about that. But you ever see it on TikTok when they drill into the to the water line and they're like, why is my wall flooding? Folks, leave that stuff to the professionals. And especially if you are building a home or going through a renovation, when those walls are down, it is endless on what Pure AV can do for you. Audio, video, the home automation, the security systems, lighting. It's great. And like, you want to enjoy your home. You want to enjoy the place that everybody comes to on Sunday or everybody comes to on Saturday for the big game or the big fight or whatever it is. Go to Pure AV. Check them out. Scan the QR code right there, pureavcorp.com. That's pureavcorp.com. They can do anything for you. And tell them we sent you with our friends here at Big Play. As always, presented by our great friends at FanDuel, Physicians Ambulance, Fairway Ford, Garage Beer. Ryan, is that time for the report card? Here we go. We start with the quarterbacks. What a career resurgence there from Jared Goff.
Dude, he's just the poster child for, you go in there, I'm going to get people open, I need you to deliver the ball, and we're going to go win this game.
I buy what you're selling for a second, but specifically in that Ravens game,
He was perfect.
Dude, there were some throws.
perfect.
There were some throws that I go, an average quarterback ain't making those throws.
He was making
man.
some layered throws.
Yes, you're 100% correct. Guy over top, guy underneath.
There's one I'm thinking of. As soon as the linebacker turned his back, he floated it right over his head.
I remember. Was it to the left side a little bit? I remember that.
And
I know
was
exactly
like,
what you're talking about. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was an NFL throw.
I think because they talked about the broadcast too. I know that's exactly the throw I was thinking of too. And you might say like, oh, it's just that easy. Because remember when they traded him or traded for him and they got Stafford, everybody goes, oh, look at the Rams. Like, wow, they got Matt Stafford. I know they won a Super Bowl. What a move from the Lions, though. And they got a pick from it.
Yeah.
And they got the pick. And I get that Goff was a first overall pick, so it's hard to sit there and say, well, is it shocking that he's elite? But, like, that path, man, that winding path is crazy. And then Detroit just, they've turned him into this. Yes, it's easy to throw to Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown and to have Gibbs and Montgomery, sure. But I give Jared Goff, like, he's not elite, but he's in that second tier.
Yeah.
He's in that second tier 100%.
Look at that completion percentage.
That's crazy. It's nuts. Absolutely. And those aren't, I mean, I know they do some razzle dazzle and they're like sprinkling some of that in. Those are throws down the field. Like, those are over the middle type of throws.
Dan Campbell has to trust Jared Goff for that fourth down to throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown on the fade.
That was a good play, though.
You have to
Wasn't
trust
that a great
Jared
play?
Goff so much.
There was the other one when they did that option, like the double option pitch. They're getting, they're again, you get scared about the Lions, and we'll see it this weekend. I think they're feeling confident in running some of these high risk type of plays. Yeah. And that's because they're humming, man. They're humming. All right, obviously it's very clearly on the side of Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. What else we got?
Not even close. We can hang our head on defense.
All right, head coach, we had this discussion before the show. Because, Ryan, what did you say to me?
I wanted Dan Campbell, and you both agreed, but I thought you were going to lean Stefanski because of possibly, honestly, I say more proof, but outside of the awards, and do those really mean anything? Possibly it is Dan Campbell.
I just...
Not possibly, but I mean in terms of proof. He's been to the playoffs more, and he's went further.
Well, and one of the things that entered my mind was this. I thought there might be a little step back, and take this for a grain of salt. We're 3 games in. They lost both their coordinators. You know they lost 8 total coaches because they took 6 assistants away from that team when Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn left. Look at him. That's coaching, man. That's a head coach. And I get that he's got the, the double venti, 1,000-calorie coffee, and he lives kind of, he seems like a real football coach. Like, this is a great question.
All right, let me hear it.
Of all the NFL head coaches, who is the most footballsy coach? Jim Harbaugh's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Campbell's got to be there.
I mean, there's just so many different personalities, like Tomlin, I think of.
I think Todd Bowles is a really, footballsy type of coach. You know what I mean?
I mean, Pete Carroll.
Yeah, that's a great
one. He's out there running routes at 75.
But Andy Reid. Oh, Vrabel. How do we leave Vrabel off of this list? And again, there's a lot of former players. Dan Campbell, Mike Vrabel were former players. Todd Bowles is a former player. But Andy Reid doesn't seem like a football type of coach. I say I don't even think Kevin Stefanski seems like a real footballsy type of coach. All right, let's flip it. Who's the least footballsy coach?
Mike McDaniel.
That is exactly the answer. You didn't even have to think about it.
I mean, I didn't even have to think about that one. I mean, come on.
How does he still have a job?
Vaping on the sidelines. You remember that? Come on, bro. I know you're in Miami, but come on. Florida man.
Oh man, because he's trying to we aren't gonna see that. We're gonna see it over there ripping. What do they call it? Blowing clouds or whatever.
Chucking clouds.
That is beyond me, man. It's a generation prior. All right, wide receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Where do you put him? If you think Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, there's a lot of people like Malik Neighbors in that time, the LSU, all that kind of stuff. He is very, very clearly and easily tier 2. And Ryan, I think he might be on the high end of that tier 2, borderline pushing Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase for some of the best
he's an elite route runner.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. He's a guy that you don't need to scheme open. And those guys don't come very often. I mean, I wouldn't say he's in the, like you said, the tier of Justin Jefferson. I wouldn't say he's better than Malik Neighbors, pure talent, but I mean, he's a guy that consistently gets open. He'd be a one on most teams.
Then you mix in Cleve Raymond, who's good. They get Jamison Williams, and I know that he was injured coming out of Alabama, and he's had a bit of a slow start. Sam Laporta, who's just a beast. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a team that we do pick wide receiver for the Browns. I'm sorry. Like, that's just where we're at. I need to see a little bit more. To the running back. Oh, dude.
How good is David Montgomery? Like, people talk about Jameer. I
know,
but how good is David Montgomery?
Insanely good. Insane. He rips off that 70-yarder. Shout out to Marlon Humphrey for running him down, though. That was a fun play to watch. And you want to know what? Morton is the new offense coordinator. They lean into the run. Now, the thing is, we'll get to the defense coming up. Do you know the number one run defense in the NFL is? Your Cleveland Browns. So that's going to be a war of attrition there. And I do watch this on Sunday. I think Lions want to come in here running down our throats. I think they're going to want to come in here from the jump and want to run the football, which obviously when you have Gibbs, when you have Montgomery, that's going to be a number one opinion. But they stick to it. You know what I mean? Like, you can get pass happy in this league and say we got to throw it here and there. They stick to the run. And they're damn good about it. So, yes, very clearly there. Offensive line, again, is going to go over. We didn't even talk about the DeJuan Jones injury. I haven't even brought it up to this point. This pains me to say, but I think it's truth. I think we're done with DeJuan Jones here.
I mean,
it's very unfortunate, but it's not even just that it's the knee injury over and over again. It's that he's a 330-pound grown man. Like, it's eventually going to catch up. You tried to move him back to right. Conklin talking about just always injured. You're going to leave Cornelius Lucas over there on left. You hope Conklin can come back. I know they got Munford back there. Munford, former Buckeye. Got two Northeast Ohio guys. Got a McKinley and a Maslin guy there, which is great there for the Browns. But you go over to the Lions. Penei Sewell might be the best tackle in football, and he plays right? Taylor Decker, I think, has obviously lost a step as he's gotten a little older and he's battling injuries. But even on the inside, Glasnow, Ratledge, their offensive line is so good, and you can tell when they run the ball, when they give Jared Goff the time, they're so good. So this one isn't even a question here. That offensive line is Detroit.
Yeah, you lose Frank Ragnow. It doesn't even look like they missed a step. Tate Ratledge comes in as a rookie out of Georgia. He's played phenomenal. We're seeing a new era of Cleveland Browns football. I mean, the strength is certainly not the offensive line anymore. And outside of quarterback, because that's the most important, the biggest need is offensive line. You're going to need a full rebuild. Joel Bitonio is going to be out of here. News with Jack Conklin, never's on the field healthy. Wyatt Teller is playing decent still. Ethan Posick, honestly, you're seeing a step down from Ethan Posick, and then you don't know what you're doing at both tackle positions. So you're going to be taking a tackle in the first round. I don't think there's any bones about it.
I agree. And here's the thing. Technically, you have none of your starting linemen under contract for next season.
And what the hell is going on with Zach Zinner? Is he just bad? Matt? I fear he might just be bad.
I am going to believe the narrative that when you're a backup guy, you have got to play two positions.
Yeah.
Luke Whippler can play guard and center. Zach Zinter.
And wide receiver, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I forgot about that.
What was that?
I put it on the bad. I put it on my good bad. I put it on the bad.
You have 0 points.
I don't know what we're doing there. But yeah, I didn't think about that. There you go. But I'm gonna hold out hope that they do see Zinter as your guard of the future, and they don't want to mess with him by doing any other position and cross training, and he's only a guard, and they can't have him as a backup for the game because they can't play other positions. Did I sell it well?
No. Unfortunately,
okay. No. Sorry. I don't know, but he's your future one way or another. All right, Browns defense, we'll give it to you. Why? We have the number one defense in the NFL. They've only given up 204 yards a game. That's a full 20 yards ahead of the Falcons, who are number 2. Passing defense is 4th, and then we are the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL. The Lions are not all that bad. They're 13th overall in the NFL. They give up 307 per game. They actually drop off a little on the passing defense. Maybe good for Flacco. They're still 15th, and then rushing, they're in the top. They're 11th. So they're like right there. They're kind of average. They're pretty good. But when I see them sack Lamar Jackson 7 times, and then I watch Joe Flacco standing back there, I get a little worried about that.
Hutchinson, going to make a lot of money.
Well, and like, dude, Brian Branch, who had some like confusing plays in that Monday night game where I go, what are you doing?
I mean, they got playmakers at every level.
They do. They really do. Terrion Arnold,
Joseph, Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Aiden Hutchinson, Alquid Muhammad.
Dude, DJ Reader.
DJ Reader.
DJ Reader looks back to the Bengals DJ Reader, which is what they need.
Tyreek Williams.
Yeah.
Who knows what he'll be?
Former Buckeye. There it is. So we'll give the one side there to the Browns.
I
want to
say this. Get ready for
please.
hopefully a sack-a-palooza because that'd be fun to watch. Browns #1 in sack percentage. Lions #2.
Get after it, Miles. Let's go. We're going to get after it with FanDuel, baby. Dude. On a blocked freaking kick.
So stupid.
Blocked kick last week. We're feeling it. We'll get to our bets with FanDuel. Do it right next. Stay with us.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Lake Spur Marketing, connecting your brand to the right customers. Visit lakespurmarketing.com today.
Here we go, FanDuel. Oh, I hit a nice savory parlay on the Guardians this week, but I'll tell you what, I'd like to hit it with the Browns with the NFL this weekend. Welcome back, Fontana Show here on the Rock and Big Plays. Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana. As always, we are presented by FanDuel. NFL season is here. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick any bet $5. I would assume the Guardians are probably a pretty good bet right now. And if it wins, you unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app for the parlays, the player props, the live odds. It's all there. The only question is, are you ready to play? You got to go to FanDuel.com/BigPlay for new customers. This is important. FanDuel.com/BigPlay. And you'll be able to get this. Bet 5, you win 300 bonus bets. Download the FanDuel app and get started. 21 or over, present in Ohio. First online, real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You know how it works. I got 2 games. Ryan's got 2 games. And we start overseas.
Are we starting with
Oh,
mine?
no, sorry. We'll start with my pick. I don't know if we were going.
I'll go first if you want.
I didn't know if we were going chronologically or if we were doing our
a good
pick.
thought.
That's all right. We'll start here. All right. I love the Chargers in this game, -6.5. I know they're on the road. It's Jackson Dart. And as good as Justin Herbert has been and that offense for the Chargers, bro, their defense is almost as good. They are insane right now. I'm going to take the 6.5 mostly because they're facing a rookie quarterback. And I think the Chargers are starting to believe in themselves. They can win that division. They got 3 straight division wins to start the season. It's a touchdown against a rookie. Give me the Chargers, and especially more on that Jim Harbaugh. You really think Jim Harbaugh is going to lose that game by a touch, but not win by a touchdown against a rookie in Jackson Dart? And I'll fully admit this too. I don't know about Jackson Dart. I don't know. There's something about him I don't know. Maybe it's the swag. Maybe it's the eye black that covers half of his face when he's even in the game. Whatever it might be. Give me the Chargers -6.5 in that game. Ryan!
All right, now we're going
overseas.
overseas to little Dublin, Ireland. Give me the Vikings -2.5 all day in this one. Listen, Aaron Rodgers is old. I don't need to tell you that. Steelers' offensive line is young. Broderick Jones isn't playing well. Troy Fatano on the right side is playing awful as of late. They allow quarterback hits left and right. Aaron Rodgers can't keep going at this rate. Brian Flores has the Minnesota Vikings defense humming right now. Carson Wentz did enough. I don't expect anything like a blowout like that. I think the Steelers, Mike Tomlin likes to say the standard is the standard, but I think the defense is going to be way too much. The defensive front 7 more specifically. Carson Wentz does enough. Jordan Mason on the ground is pounding the rock.
Jordan Mason's
Honestly, good
yeah.
for the Vikings. You never want to see an injury, but it was about time to give Jordan Mason the load of the carries. Aaron Jones wasn't doing it anymore. Give me the Vikings by a field goal all day.
Here's something for you. Steelers have only covered twice in their last 8 games. 2 and 6
I mean, you had to
against
have
spread in their
5
last
fumbles
8.
to escape New England.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But the only thing is Minnesota doesn't play Pittsburgh well. They're only 2 and 4 straight up in their last 6 games against the Steelers. But it is a new era there with the Minnesota Vikings, and we'll take it. Next up, this is my favorite one, Bears +1.5. We always got to sprinkle a dog in. This game, mark my words, will not be the same on Sunday. I think the Bears are going to flip to the favorite. Again, all these odds, we do this Thursday morning. They are subject to change. But if you can grab the Bears at plus that 1.5, take it. Now, I get that it was a slow start. People are kind of wondering about Caleb Williams. I'm looking more at this about the Raiders. Yeah, Ashton Genty is really good. Geno Smith's doing enough.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. He's a running back. I mean, what are you going to do? Right? It's hard as a rookie. What are you going to do? Chicago, 5-2 straight up in their last 7 games against the Raiders. They've covered in 6 of their last 8 games against the Raiders. Give me the Bears all day as a road dog in that. They'll be the road favorite.
What did I tell you last week when I took the Bears over the Cowboys?
You're right.
I said their defensive
You were
secondary
right.
is garbage. Give me the
You were
Packers
right.
by a touchdown on this game. That Cowboys defense is just absolutely atrocious. You pair that with not having a pass rush with Mike anymore, it gets even worse. Green Bay is going to be good and mad after losing
Yes.
to the Cleveland Browns. No CeeDee
Yes.
Lamb for the Dallas Cowboys. Jake Ferguson is going to have about 15 receptions again. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Green Bay all day in this one. Jerry's going down.
You let a guy that got benched a week after you take you down to overtime in the wire.
That secondary
I'm
is
with you.
pathetic.
I'm with you. I think there's a blow up year for the Cowboys, and they're back at home, which they have not exercised those demons. I don't think. I love it, Ryan. Get it set up.
All right,
Let's
man.
go.
Let's make some bread.
Here we go. Plus 1100 there. Plus 1141. Get the boost. You can get those on FanDuel.
They hand them out like candy.
Dude, I love it. It is so great. And again, follow us on Twitter at Matt Fontana. I'm at Matt Fontana 83. I always send it out. Ryan is at Ryan Tyler 33 at Matt Fontana Show. We're hot in the Guardians right now, and I love these parlays. And you want to know the one that I love right now? They give you two options. You can do a same game 50% boost, or you can do a straight 30%, and you get to pick which token you want.
Yep.
FanDuel is where it's at. You can tail us on this if you'd like. Get signed up today. FanDuel.com/bigplay. If you place a bet, $5 and you win, you unlock $300. What bet could you find that 5 wins you $300? It'd be something of 20 leg parlay. Not with FanDuel for new customers. New customers, bet 5. If it wins, you get $300. 21 or over, present in Ohio. First online, real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We'll touch on the... Oh, go
And
ahead.
I would just like to say, I
Please.
can now officially, and I'm not going to cash it out because I'm going to ride it. I can
I saw
officially
that.
cash out my Baker Mayfield MVP future and make money.
$1.40. I'll give you the $1.40 to leave it in there. Let it ride, young Ryan. Let it ride. All right, we got to touch on the Buckeyes. We'll get to the grid. We got it all. Stay with us.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
All right, big week for the Buckeyes off, and they take that long road trip on out to Washington to take on the Huskies. Should we be worried about this game? We'll discuss it. Welcome back, Fontana Show, right here on The Rock, and Big Play presented by FanDuel. Of course, Pure AV, Fairway Ford, Garage Beer, and our great friends at Physicians Ambulance. Folks, if you're an EMT or a paramedic and you're looking for some work, go to physiciansambulance.com. It's that simple. They're headquartered in Brecksville. Satellites in North Ridgeville, Mentor, Kent, Warren, Ashland, Worcester, and Columbus. Are you close to one of those? You're close to a Physicians Ambulance. And they work with all the major sports teams up here in Cleveland. They just invest so much in their employees. They give you the best equipment, the calibrated equipment. They've had protocols that have actually been taken to a national level on how, it's something that, if you're an EMT or paramedic, this is what you do. But I don't know much about it, right? Like, how important is this? And you think about it, they're saving lives. Like, they have people that they are transporting, that they are taking care of. You have got to have the right equipment, but you got to have the right people. And that is what Physicians Ambulance spends so much time and invests so much in, is the people that are there. You can be one of those next people. You can be one of the people to join the team. They have full-time, part-time. You work municipal. You want just some side work. Check them out, physiciansambulance.com. They've got everything. Third generation family-owned business. They treat their employees like family. I know sometimes you hear that all the time. No. I'm telling you, at Physicians Ambulance, they've had people leave for other opportunities. They have done nothing but wish them well and hope everything goes great. Some of those people have come back to Physicians Ambulance because they go, this is the place where I want to be. This is the place to treat me like family. This is where I want to be. That's how they operate. physiciansambulance.com. All right, Ohio State, the Huskies. I do like Washington. I don't know why. The Huskies.
Nice uniforms.
I like the purple. As much as I don't like the Ravens, purple's pretty cool. Are you at all worried about this game, Ryan? The week off, Ryan Day was talking this week about Julian basically saying, like, there's going to be games that we're going to let him loose, and, like, he's going to have to go win the game. The one thing I like about this game is this. It's at 3:30. If this was a true night game, which I know is a different time out there on the West Coast, but also, like, Washington, they beat Colorado State, UC Davis, and then they beat Washington State, who's not the same Washington State team anymore. I'm a little nervous to this game, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Buckeyes in this one to cover. Again, all of this, the cross-country trip, The off week, I'd be nervous if it was a night game. The Huskies had a little more juice. 3:30 game for us. I'll be taking the Buckeyes in this one.
I'd have to be a Buckeyes fan to be worried, Matt, but I could see it. I could
Put
see
yourself in
an
my
upset,
shoes
of
for a
course, but I'll
second.
put yourself in your shoes. I'm
Please.
not worried. I think Ohio State's too littered with talent. The only thing is, yes, you're going on the road. Julian's saying this will be his first road start for the Buckeyes, correct? DeMond Williams poses an interesting challenge. He can do it both with his arms and his legs. He throws it downfield 11.6 yards per attempt. So it'll be a unique challenge, but I mean, I'm not going to not take Ohio State because I think they're way too talented. But I
It's
guess
just 8. It's just 8.
Which open at 13.5.
Yeah, just 8. So I'll go and take the Buckeyes in that one. All right, I'm going to take us in the grid. We're on a hot streak with the grid, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get right to it. Fontana Show. Oh, we are on a hot streak when it comes to the Immaculate Grid. Welcome back, Matt Fontana, Ryan Tyler, presented by FanDuel. Let's ride.
All right, let's do
Here
it.
we go. All right, Hall of Fame.
That's
Here we
fun.
go. Yeah, that's fun.
All right, Hall of Fame, Seattle Seahawks.
So you could technically take Jerry Rice there, can you not?
That's true. Am I tripping?
Did he play for the Cardinals?
That's what I was going to say. But we can come up with another one.
Yeah, we'll come up with another one. But that would be Jerry Rice. Right? Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Cowboys.
Aikman, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, pick your poison.
Actually, wait a minute. Go ahead, Aikman. Am I not remembering Emmitt Smith playing for the Cardinals? All right, we'll come back to that
Couldn't
one.
tell you on that one.
Hall
of Fame, Tampa Bay.
Warren Sapp. Well, all right. All right, Bears. Bears.
That's Jimmy Graham,
That is Jimmy Graham.
right?
Yep. 100%.
Okay.
What is Bears Bucks? What is screaming Bears Bucks?
Mike Lennon? No, he didn't play for Tampa.
Yeah, he did. He 100% played for Tampa, and he played for the Bears. It is Mike Lennon. I thought Fitzpatrick for a second, but no, it is 100% Mike Lennon. All right, let's close this one on out there.
His neck, man.
His neck. Long neck. Bears Cowboys. Again, it's got to be some legacy type of player.
Yeah. Dion never played for the Bears. Did he?
No, he didn't play for the Bears.
Walter Payton didn't play for the Cowboys.
No.
Um,
It's obviously not Jay Cutler. Is it Kyle Orton? It is Kyle Orton. It is Kyle Orton. Boom. Boom.
he looks goofy.
he's a little out there. All right. I think Jay Cutler, and Jake Plummer all look. I don't know why. They just do. All right. Speaking of Jake Plummer, he played for the Cardinals. I don't know if he played at any of those other spots, but I know he played for the Cardinals.
I couldn't tell you that.
All right. Tyrann Mathieu didn't go to any of those other spots, right? I don't know why, for some reason, I keep thinking Emmitt Smith with the Cardinals.
I mean, I can't tell. I can't tell you if you're
All
right.
right, rip it. We gotta.
All right.
I can't get that out of my head.
All right. You sure?
Yes.
80%.
Yeah, there we go. I knew it. Knew it.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Something's speaking to me. Carson. I mean, we just go quarterbacks. Carson Palmer, no.
No. Noah Fant, no.
Josh Rosen, I don't think
Kenyon
so.
Drake.
I thought of him. I don't
don't
know
think
people.
so. It's not Marshawn
Beanie Wells. Did he play anywhere?
Oh, that's a good pull
Pat
from
Tillman,
the Cardinals.
I don't think he played
No.
anywhere. What are you screaming at me, man?
Colt McCoy played for Arizona. I just don't think
Patrick Peterson didn't play for Seattle. Or
Jacoby
Tampa.
Brissett. No. Geno Smith. No.
Colt McCoy.
No, I don't think so. Matt Flynn played in Seattle.
Anquan Bolden.
That's a good pull, but I don't remember him anywhere else. Larry Fitzgerald, no. Richard Sherman didn't go to the Bucs, right? No, he went to San Francisco.
Receivers. Andy Isabella, where did he go?
He's bounced
Robbie
around.
Chosen. I don't think.
I don't know. Oh, man. Buda Baker's been there his whole career. He's not gone anywhere else. Patrick Peterson.
Adrian Peterson. Did Adrian Peterson play for Seahawks for you?
Yeah, rip it. I
He
don't
bounced
hate
around.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I don't love it.
I don't love it
Whatever.
either because I don't remember him in Seattle. But
let's
all
go.
right. Now we gotta go. We gotta go.
Cardinals Bucks.
It's not Chase McLaughlin. Like, I'm already starting to go kickers, which is not good. Ryan Fitzpatrick never played in Arizona, did he? I don't think so. We could just go to old friend Josh Johnson if we needed to. I know for a fact Josh Johnson played in Arizona.
I really want to get this.
I know too. You're the one that has to edit our show. We're way over time.
Which
so
is
you
fine.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What is screaming at me?
Not Leonard Fournette.
Are we missing a quarterback? That could be easy.
Not that I can think of. Like, Kyle Trask is the backup there. Who was the backup behind Brady forever when he was there? It's not Chase Daniel. I can't remember. It's not Jameis, right? It's not. I mean, okay, Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer. It's not Kurt Warner.
It's like a running back. This isn't John Lynch, is it?
No, he played in New England.
Isn't
and
your boy
San
Mark Brunell,
Francisco.
is it?
No, it's not Brunell. It's not Jeff Garcia, I don't think. I don't think he played in Arizona, but I don't know that for sure.
All right, we're just gonna have to rip some.
Deuce
Kickers?
Staley?
Zane Gonzalez? Did he kick in Tampa?
I know he kicked in Tampa. Did he kick in Arizona?
Yeah, I think so.
Rip it.
I mean,
Rip
could
it.
I be wrong? Would be the first time, maybe the
Hey, it's the
last.
best guess we got, buddy. Damn. Man, that's tough. Josh McCown.
that was so gettable.
Josh McCown. I don't remember him in Arizona. Don't remember.
gettable.
All right, Browns, Lions. Our picks are next. Welcome back. Fontana Show. Lions at home. 10-point favorites over your Browns. The one stat had 97% of the handle was on the Lions minus 10. Ah!
You know, Matt, I feel better about us not getting it because I'm looking at the names for
Oh, yeah.
Cardinals,
Did you look it
Tampa
up?
Bay. Not too many. The only other one we really probably could have got was Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, see, I would never have guessed him in Arizona.
Yeah.
Never once would have guessed him in Arizona. It's a tough one. All right, Ryan, I'm going to... I'm feeling 17 for the Browns. You know what? And this defense is damn good. Give me the cover. Why not? I feel like the Browns could eke out some points here. Maybe win 24-17. The Browns cover. That's come on.
I really
I
just,
keep
I
thinking
want to
defense
see the
here.
Browns keep the Lions under like 28 points. That would be my goal. That'd be
Over-under is
amazing.
44.5.
They average 32 points a game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Lions 28, and I'll go Browns
14.
10.
Ugh, cover for the Lions. Duck and cover over there, Ryan. All right. Appreciate everybody joining us. As always, show's been taken off. We really appreciate your support. We appreciate our friends. FanDuel, Pure AV, Physicians Ambulance, Fairway Ford, and Garage Beer. Have a hell of a weekend. Go Guards! And get after it, Browns. Go Buckeyes, too, while we're at it. We'll sprinkle it all in. We'll talk to you next week. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.